Here we are pulling up on 7 Cannonade Boulevard in Spanish Fort Estates. This is one of the most historical spots in the region. This particular house sits on Fort McDermott, which is where the last major battle of the Civil War took place in 1865. And the cannon's very fitting for this yard. Also being on Cannonade, you will have no problem telling your family and guests how to get to your house. It's the house with the cannon in the front yard. It's a small, very easy to maintain front yard. This has been a recently planted flower bed, and you're looking at 5 tons of river rock that was added for ballast here. The rocks can be moved, spread out to allow for additional plants. You can pretty much make this any kind of design you'd like. Got a 50-gallon whiskey barrel there. It serves as a bird and squirrel feeder. And you can see them dying from your kitchen window there. Beautiful door. I think it's mahogany. Lighted doorbell. And the fixture up there, the porch light, has a very unique bulb in it. It can go to a flame setting or a solid color, and the flame is very realistic. Looks like you have a gas porch light. Okay, approaching the double wide driveway here. Plenty of room to park the biggest of cars side by side. Also a boat, RV. It's 3,000-pound concrete fiber mix. And here you see the side of the house. This panel was left in place intentionally to let future potential buyers know that this house is fortified. It comes with storm panels, and it also has a backup 15,000 watt generator which will easily power this entire house with everything running. The roof is only a few months old, and it's also done to the silver fortification level. The entire house has a silver certificate by the state which will entitle you up to 45% reduction in your insurance, which is very significant. It's a very significant break in insurance. And you have a very convenient driveway outbuilding. It also has an air conditioner in it. And approaching the walkway for the deck here, even in the daytime you can see the flame bulb that's in there, that it produces very good light. It definitely looks like a real flame in this fixture, even though it's a LED flame bulb. Just one flick of the switch ignites that. These two to the side here are a combination oil and also LED flicker. They automatically come on at night, or you can actually light the oil lamp in there for even a more ambient effect. To the left is the walkway that goes down to the lower buildings. Got plenty of storage here. And this is the walkway coming up to the deck. One of the cool things is this compass actually is facing right. We're facing north, and east is to the right. And what's really cool is this cast iron Coca-Cola pull. And I think the owner has one on the other side. Let me see. Stairs going down, and there is. This stays with the house too. You're looking at a carpenter bee trap there. I think there's even one in there. There are several of these set out around this deck since it's so huge, and they do a very good job of keeping them out of here. We're approaching the covered walkway here. This is also an antique lantern up there that has a LED flame bulb in it with a reflector. It's a double wide walkway, making it real easy to get your appliances in and out of the house. Now we're approaching the large opening of the deck here. And you have two natural gas fire tables. This is the other one here. What a great place to come and relax. Your morning cup of coffee. Or maybe even relax it in the evening time with a good glass of wine. And these double wide, very comfortable swivel chairs. Check your emails. You can also cast anything from your laptop to this TV on the wall. Cast football games, cast pictures of your family, vacation, music videos, endless possibilities of what you can cast to it. It also has a separate audio out which connects to these two QSC speakers on the wall. They're post mounted on a swivel. You can actually adjust them. They have covers to protect them. And if you get a chance, you might want to Google the quality of these speakers. They're pretty much unsurpassed in fidelity. And you have cobalt glass, which looks pretty day or night. This flame can be adjusted much higher than what it is or lower. And you'll see these cubes. That's the remote for that one there. That one remote will work all the cubes. You'll have to have like a dozen of them. And what that does is lights these cubes up, and you can set them to solid colors, have them fade from one color to another, have them strobe. There's all kinds of functions they'll perform, but best of all, they make good side tables, footstools, and even additional seating because they'll hold up to 300 pounds. You'll see a round white ball there, which is also LED. They serve the same function as these here, and this remote will also work that too. And the purpose for the round ball is probably several. The main thing is, in the summertime, you probably don't want to run in the fire pit, so it makes a very good lighted centerpiece for your table. These last, I think, around 12 hours on a charge. They're rechargeable, so you can move them pretty much anywhere. Here we are approaching the industrial fans that are put up into the eaves. There's 3 fans on the deck. There's one on each eave corner, and then there's one there directly at the table. And that one's fully weatherproof. And they're all 3-speed. They provide a good bit of breeze out here on the deck if there's none, keeping you cool, and also keeping, if there's any bugs in the area, them blown away as well. And this here is actually the temperature and humidity gauge for the indoor meter that's inside on the wall above the thermostat. This monitors the temperature, humidity in the attic, crawl space, and inside and out. And you got a fire extinguisher here, which is self-charged. You can fill up the water hose and power it up with your air compressor. There's several of these located on the property, and they do come with the house. Back there in the back you'll see an umbrella, so if the sun does get overhead, you can deploy it and it can retract back like it is. But usually there's enough shade here to provide comfort throughout the entire day. It's like you're surrounded by a canopy of oak trees. They're just absolutely beautiful. It's rare that you see this old growth anymore. Absolutely beautiful. It's like your own private oasis. Okay, coming here to the table here. It's a table for 6. And these chairs do swivel. They can swivel to so everybody can see what's on the TV or enjoy whatever kind of meal you've served. Also makes a good table for serving crawfish and boiled shrimp. Got paper towel holders on each end. These are LED post lights. Got a convenient bottle opener there. And if your guest needs something to do, or if you get bored, you can always play the hook toss. I think this one's called tiki toss. I'm not very good at it. But it's really cool how this is set up, because you don't have to leave the table to do this. You can sit at the bar stool and just try to hook it. I'm not very good at it, so I think I'll give that up. But it's supposed to be challenging. Okay, approaching the kitchen, got a fire pit here. It's actually called a cowboy grill. You can use either oak wood or charcoal to cook your favorite steak on. You even keep a pot of beans going with it. Baked potatoes on this. And this is the outdoor kitchen. And it's got its own lighting source here. It's got extremely bright LED lighting above. It's so bright that you can see it probably pretty good here on the camera, but at nighttime it's so bright it even light up the backyard. And this is really good because you really want to have a lot of light to see when you're cooking. But at nighttime, you know, after the cooking's over with and you want to get the mood right, you can cut this out and activate the ceiling fan, which has a LED old Edison style bulb in it, which adds character in several different ways. The kitchen contains a griddle, propane, a deep fryer, a GE profile range and oven, a dishwasher, a cabinet for your utensils, an 8-foot countertop, a utility cabinet to keep extra kitchen supplies, a deep sink to clean the biggest pot you may have, a paper towel holder, the soap dispenser. This is refillable. You can get these, I think the replacements for these at Sam's. And it's got its own independent temperature controller here. And how this works, you just push priority here, and you can lower the temp, or you can get it all the way up to 120. You know, if you got like a real tough, greasy pan you got to clean. Usually for showers and stuff like that, to keep it around 108. Wash your hands, 108. There's the other fan that faces the other side of the house. You get all the fans going, it keeps a pretty good breeze circulating throughout the entire deck. You'll also know that there's a little black box there. That's part of the LED lighting system that lights up the canopy at night. It's absolutely beautiful here at night. It's really hard to take pictures of this because it's so pretty. It's just hard to capture it all in a picture or a video. It's kind of like if you were going to the Grand Canyon and sending pictures back to your family or posting them on Facebook. It's just nothing like being there. This is pretty much a place you just have to come see. Got a little magnetic dartboard, which is a little bit safer in case you got kids. These magnets are pretty strong. I'm not no good at that either. And this is called the Wonder Winder. You just push this in and crank this handle at the same time, and I'm sure it makes rolling up extension cords extremely easy. And that's 100 feet of cord. And this is a automatic hose reel, which certainly takes the pain out of dealing with them. All you have to do is just pull it, then yank it real quick and it'll hold. And then if you want to retract it, just pull it again. It'll retract all the way back. And I think this holds about 75 feet of hose. There's 3 of these, I believe, here. I think there's 3 of them. And there's your QSC speaker there. And it's got its cover on, so if you want to deploy it, you can't do this with one hand, but just unzip it and this thing will fold back. It's got Velcro to keep it in place. Up above you'll see the security camera for the deck. And this little box right here, there's several of them around. And these are supposed to be bug repellers. They produce some sort of frequency bugs can't stand, and apparently it does a fairly decent job of keeping many of them away. Also above the post, moving on down, are oil tiki torches, which can be lit. Really creates a fantastic atmosphere with the fire and the LED lighting. And the brown boxes there are used to store the covers for the fire pits and the cushions for your bar stools. Oh, this is kind of neat here. This was pretty cool. If you ever want to come out here and just relax during the afternoon, this is a hammock that's strung between the bottom part of this table. And so you got shade from the table, and it's positioned to where you can see the TV from it. That's pretty cool. So there you have it. Strongly encourage you come take a look at this in person. It's, like I say, pictures and video just really can't portray this place. So please feel free to call and set an appointment, and we'll be glad to show you all the other amenities that probably, I'm pretty sure, wasn't covered in this.